welcome to Vlogtober day 20. It's Friday, so I don't work Fridays, just provide emergency cover, so I'm hoping for a slightly quieter Friday. I've just got dressed and I've got 2 buckets of washing to put away, which is really unusual for me. I don't normally have that amount of washing. I'm not quite sure what happened. Even when I go on holiday, I don't end up with 2 buckets of washing. So that's insane. So I'm going to actually pop you across the room on a time lapse so you can see me just folding that up because, you know, content. And then I thought, hold on, these are my sock drawers. So that's my shorty sock drawer and that's my longy sock drawer. And what I want to do is put my long ones in here and my short ones over there because I'm more likely to be wearing my long ones now than my short ones. So I'm going to sort them all out and put them all together. And I thought that might be quite a fun thing to do together. It might be a good proportion of today's vlog because you're not going to see much of me today. I'm going to go to Katie's later on today because I need to help her with something and help look after Ira. So because they don't want Ira on the channel, which is fine, I haven't got a problem with that. I can't vlog. So there might be the odd like snippet of the dogs, but that's about it. But for the moment I'm going to get on with, this is one of these daft things that I've got so many socks in there that need putting away, but I'm going to have to put them away and then get them out again, which seems a bit daft, doesn't it? Maybe I'll just leave them on a pile on the bed. That makes more sense. And then we'll go through my sock drawer. I'm half expecting to get interrupted out of this any second now because Ian's just got back from walking the dog and he'll want to know what on earth I'm up to. So, for a start off, I'm dumping out all the short socks. This might very well be one of those jobs that I start and think, why on earth did I do this? But we'll go with it for the moment. Gotta wonder why I've got a roll of bin liners in my sock drawer. They can go downstairs. Right, so the drawer is empty. They are now all over here. So a while ago I was told that you shouldn't roll wool socks into each other because it stretches the tops. However, they just end up in a big mess if you don't. So I'm going to, I know you can do the whole foldy, actually that is actually a pair, fold like the, oh is it, you have to do it that way around. Is it that way around? You flatten them. So they're all flat. There we go. And then you just fold the tops into the bottom somehow. I don't know. I don't know how to do that. I haven't got time. So we're going to go for the old-fashioned way of just giving it a roll. And hopefully not stretching the tops too much because it's not like they're at the top. So this, I'm going to try and tell you which each of the what each of the yarn is, but I don't know whether I'll remember the patterns, but most of these will be on the podcast at some point. These, I know what these were. These were the flower crown socks because they took me forever to finish, didn't they? And actually finding pairs is not easy. These are Woolly Goodness and I think that was her sea glass colourway. Otherwise it's just going to be a question of sticking them on my lap until I get a pair. That is a long sock, that needs to not be in here. That is a long sock. These are a commercial sock yarn, it's a Regia of some kind I think, or an opal, and I wear them as bed socks because they're so warm. I'll give the commercial sock yarn its due. It is very, very warm. This was a cream egg colourway from, not cream egg, mini egg colourway from Dragon Hill Studio. Presumably it's pairs around here somewhere. Wow, this could be a lot of me just sitting here trying to sort things out. Aha, here we go. So that was Peach Bellini, I think, and that was the Les Family yarn. That was the jelly roll sock. I've got a lot of jelly roll socks. That is also a long sock and shouldn't be in here. Also a long commercial. Another long commercial. That is a shorty commercial. No clue. Can't remember even knitting that one. Oh, this is a pattern I played around with, but as you can see, it didn't work because it's too. That's a flippy mohair. It's not tight enough around the ankle. I did make a pair of them though. That is a pair of long socks. I knit them in France. That is another opal or Regia, not sure which. This is one of Giddy Yarn's self-striping. That's a little shorty pair. Trying to spot actual pairs. This is some jelly rolls in Elderflower Stitches. That's her Glacier Cherry colourway, I believe. Maybe I'm not going to end up with a load of odd socks by the end of this. So this is Homespun House, one of her colourways. It's also a lesson in don't keep your yarn in the sun, because that and that is off the same skein, but that one is much more faded than that one. And I think it was the work because the skein hadn't been turned in the sun for quite a long while, so it faded. These are some West Green Loft yarn colourway jelly rolls. That was me having another go at that pattern, and it's still not working. These are Les Family yarn, also jelly rolls. That was a mini set, a spring mini set maybe. That is a candle that came with a Sherry Iris Advent, and it just reminds me so much of Sherry. So I keep it in a hanky in my sock drawer, so my socks smell of the Sherry, basically. This is a Giddy Yarns mini set as jelly rolls. Lots of my socks seem to have felted. I'm not quite sure why. I think it's just through use. So if you look at it and go, oh, that's really felted, yeah, because it's being used a lot. These are a Zalbable and our long socks. These are a Rainbow Chronicle set from Les Family yarn. I think I threw that one that way. Is that one? No, it's not. There we go, they're a pair. These are the, it's a Craft House Magic pattern. It's a Craft House Magic colourway. It has something to do with the garden, and they're beautiful socks. Absolutely, like the trellis socks. I really must make that pattern again. I love that pattern so much. I may very well do that at some point. I've got an awful lot of plain ones here that are kind of very similar to each other, so it's difficult to tell which are which. Tights and a hanky. Oh, is that a pair to that one? Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Yeah, I think it is. I think these are a mini set that I did from Sherry Iris, and they're different. I think that's why I possibly didn't recognise them, because one's green and one's pink. If I find the other pair looking like that, I'll know it wasn't. That's the other West Green Loft Yarns one. That's in here. So this was again a mini set from West Green Loft Yarns. You can see how much my my water bleaches out some of the colours. There's an argument to say I should always use bright colours for my socks. So that's a West Green Loft Yarns. That was just another, I think that was a homemade pattern. I think that was another time when I was trying to work out a sock pattern for myself. That's that tiny one, isn't it? Is that one? Yeah. They stretch to fit, but I seem to have made them way too small for some reason. This was the lovely, oh goodness, Twisted Limone. I love this colourway. I gave the rest of it away, which is a bit sad really, because I would have made more, I think. And she doesn't die anymore, so it's not like I can actually get them back. That one I think is in here. It's just a plain shorty sock. Yeah, so this is Bramble Jam. I can't remember the name of it, colourway. It's a Lay Family yarn. It's an old one, but it is my favourite one of her colourways. I love this so much. I used up every tiny little scrap of that yarn. Alright, so this is the other one to that one. Again, these are slightly more wearable, I think, because they don't have the mohair on them. There's the other one of that. These are a little pair from Sparrow Yarns, which is an American dyer. I only got a tiny ball of that and managed to eke out a little pair of socks in that. We'll go through the long socks in a minute. This is, I think, called In the Rose Garden. It's a self-striping from Lay Family Yarn. I really wish they'd do their self-striping again. I know it's so much work for them, which is why they won't, but oh, their self-striping, I love it. This is not a pair. Are they a pair? They're a pair. This is Woolly Goodness, and some of Woolly Goodness's self-striping yarn, which again is gorgeous. It's so pretty. And again is a jelly roll, or at least my take on the jelly roll pattern. If I actually laid all my jelly roll socks out side by side, they would look completely different. That's in here. I have seen it. That is again a jelly roll. As you can tell, I do like the jelly roll shorty sock pattern, which the last time I looked was no longer available, which is sad because they are such a fun knit. Maybe if you would like it, give the dyer the designer an email, maybe she'll help you out. But it's Orange Knits, and yeah, I love it. So that's Hedgerow Yarns one. They're quite recent, so you've probably seen me do those ones on the podcast recently. That was my first ever jelly roll. I wonder if I find the other one to that. That is a commercial shorty, which I cannot see the other one for at the moment. Have I got it? Oh, it's in here. That's why I can't see it. That's again is a Crazy Alba ball. They're very warm, those socks, so they don't really lend themselves to being shorties very well. This, I believe, is Pool Party from Les Family On. That is in here. Oh, I don't remember the dyer. I remember knitting these. Dandelion and Dogwood, I think, these ones. In fact, I'm sure they are. It was a Christmas colourway. But I liked them as a spring sock. These are... this was, again, a Les Family Yarn, just scraps, ends of other projects. Shorty socks. These I wear all the time. These are some of my favourite ones now. Again, this is Les Family Yarn. Can't remember the colourway name. And this was one of the... what's her name? I can't remember what the pattern is, but it's one I've finished recently, so it will be on past podcasts. This is a Sherry Iris summer celebration sock set, just the leftovers of what I used for that. Again, some shorty socks. These ones, I can't remember either the dyer or the pattern, but they're very pretty. Oh no. Right, he's gone around the front now, so hopefully it's not as distracting. Honestly, so these are the tulip socks from Jules Hill, who's So Sweet Violet, and they are some beautiful bits from a basket that she sent. These are that homespun house skein that faded, so again one is slightly brighter than the other. Again, I don't know what the pattern is. But I think I finished them quite recently. These are my first ever jelly rolls in that beautiful colourway from... I should just turn that off, it's a bit yellow. There we go. That beautiful colourway from Kelly, which I love. So that one is a true jelly roll. I did it exactly as the pattern. The second one, I decided I really didn't like the band in the middle. I found it too tight on my foot. So I just did the rib, which is how I do my jelly rolls. This is another mini set from Les Family Yarn and another jelly roll. This is another jelly roll and is Woolly Goodness this time. These are just plain shorties, but again, that's a Les Family Yarn. This one, I love how this worked up. This is a Sherry Iris one, kind of self-striped. I made them when I had COVID a couple of years ago. It was from her Countdown to Summer box, or Wimbledon, and where I was watching Wimbledon whilst knitting them. The only upside of having COVID, I could watch Wimbledon. This again is a lovely self-striping from Les Family Yarn, and this is Baby It's Cold Outside, the self-striping version. There is an actual like speckled version as well. I really loved their self-striping. This again is a homespun house, and these are a very recent finish. You would have seen these on the podcast recently. If you remember, I had literally got one repeat left to do of the pattern and the sock was finished. These are a pattern by Danny George of Little Bobbins, and the sock set is from Les Family Yarn. It was their cookies, Christmas cookies sock set. This was a Christmas Eve cast on, and that is the colour I'm using for my jumper that I'm knitting at the moment. More jelly rolls. This was a hedgerow yarns. I can't remember whose yarn this is. Kelly's. This is a Kelly's. I know exactly what yarn this is. This is Blossom, of which I have about 6 skeins and in different weights. Beautiful. That was just a straight out of my head pattern. This again was a homespun house and was a mini set. I loved these. These are really comfortable to wear as well. It's a really lovely yarn base. These are a twisted limone that have sadly quite faded. Well, they're very pretty. These are Woolly Goodness. She very kindly dyed me my own self-striping, and it's called SCL and TNO stripes, which I love. I love these socks. And last but not least is a little West Green Loft Yarns tiny shorty pair. Right, so that's all the shorty ones done. Now I'm going to dump out the long ones and get them done. I might move the shorty ones first, otherwise I'm going to get them mixed up. So these are all my long pairs, so I'm now going to put my shorties in here carefully because I don't want to lose any down the back. There we go, all in there. Right, let's get going with these. So these are some DK ones, and this is October's my favourite colour, or my new favourite colour is October or Autumn, something like that, but it's a woolen homestead. Got quite a lot of her yarn in stash because it's too precious to use. I really should start using it. This was Old Blue Eyes, Lay Family Yarn. This was the Apple Blossom socks in the Apple Blossom colourway from Hedgerow Yarns. That's a Curious Handmade sock pattern. These are some West Yorkshire spinners. Don't know what the names was, sorry. No one putting them there. They're just going to, that's just asking for them to fall on the floor. These were a mistake. So this is a yarn by West Green Loft Yarns, which I didn't realise at the time was a single. But can I just say, I knit these 4 years ago and they're still going strong. So yeah, there's that. This is another twisted limone. Can't remember the name of the colourway, but it's so pretty. These are just plain vanilla socks. If there is a pattern and I can remember it, I will let you know. Just seen the time. Probably should have done this one tomorrow. That is a crazy Zalba ball. And that's a pattern from a book, which I can't remember the name of the pattern, but I have got the book downstairs, so if I remember I will show you at some point. Right, there's two things happening right now. My stomach's rumbling and the cat's snoring. This is Dragon Hill Studios. So nobody can hear the cat snoring, but the cat is definitely snoring. This is Inked Yarn, I think it was called. It's one of my first self-striping colourways I ever bought. Indie dyed ones. These were Game and Crafting. These were Rainbow Chronicle socks from Lay Family Yarn. And whilst I'm there, these are another pair of Rainbow Chronicle socks by Lay Family Yarn. That was the year when I knit a pair a month. Poor old Charlie hasn't had her socks of the month for a couple of months now. I don't know whether she's noticed. She hasn't said anything. If she has, more Rainbow Chronicle socks. And I think that was the first of the Rainbow Chronicle socks. That was the first set. These are my Advent socks from last year. The top has really badly felted on them, so I need to take the top off and put a new cuff on. Actually, I might take them downstairs and do that. These are more Rainbow Chronicle socks. That goes with that one. These are the full pair of the celebration, summer celebration box from Surrey. So I showed you the shorty pair. This is that's what they were made out of, the remains of this pair. These are a Wendy yarn, not Wendy. It might be Wendy. I can't remember where I bought it. I remember where I bought it because I was on honeymoon, but I can't remember what it was called. They're so warm as bed socks. This was an Easter colourway from a homespun house. Another Dragon Hill Studio self-striping. That's a crazy Zalba ball, or maybe just a Zalba ball. Might not be a crazy one, might just be a Zalba. These are really old. This is an opal, and that's that same sock pattern from that sock book. It's really cute because it looks like a cable, but it's not. This was back when I used to knit my socks on 3mm needles, so they are actually a bit big for me now. That's another commercial yarn. Not sure whose. Is that a jowl? That might be a jowl, actually, thinking on. That's nice yarn. I used to like knitting with that. Oh, these are the my first Lay Family Yarn Advent scrappy socks. These are the ones that a viewer of the podcast kindly mended for me. I kind of don't wear them. I just pop them in my drawer and keep them to cuddle. But yeah, this is a cashmere pair of socks that are felted really badly, so I don't wear them very often because I have to put them on the sock blockers to stretch them each time I wear them. I wash them. This is another woolly goodness. I think this is a Spring Stripes colourway, I believe. Her striping is so beautiful. Now a lot of what we've got here, I think, are odd socks. So what have we got? So this again, that same Wendy wool that I bought on honeymoon, which I can't remember the name of, but it's very warm. Pills like crazy, but it's very warm. These are some more Jenny socks. This is Woolly Goodness. I loved this colourway so much. Such a pretty colourway, and these are so warm. I wear them a lot. That is Bird Street, and that was their Unravel colourway for this year. Literally looking at it going, I'm sure I just knitted those. These are more Sherry Iris scrappy socks. This would have been another one of her Countdown 2s sets. Rainbow Chronicle socks. Purple ones. This was the West Green Loft Yarn first advent calendar, which I love. I love these socks. So pretty. What have we got here? This was another Sherry Iris a scrappy. No. I'm going to go with their repair because the tops, no they're not, that's a 1x1 and that's a 2x1. If I mix those up, that's a 1x1, that's a 2x1, so I mixed those up. So that's one pair of Sherry Iris. Maybe I made two pairs out of the same set because they look very similar. And that's the other one. So one had 1x1 rib on it and the other had 2 rib on it. Another Rainbow's Chronicle, which I knit a very long cuff on for some reason. These are a sock blank from Hedgerow Yarns. They actually do slightly glow in the dark, these ones. This is another commercial yarn, I think is an opal, that one. This is a DK, I love these socks, Hedgerow Yarns. So warm. I do love a DK sock. Might need to knit more, whoops. I might need to knit more DK socks this year, and I've got enough DK yarn to do it. So we've got kind of leftovers now. Ooh, I remember you. I don't remember what you are. So self-striping. And I'm guessing it's indie dyed because it's got contrast heels, toes and cuffs. But I have no idea what that is or who that is. But it's very pretty. That might be green tea, maybe. That might be the colour name, but I can't remember who the dyer is. No, don't know. Right, so now I've just got odd socks sitting in front of me. Oh, let's grab you over because you were the odd socks, weren't you? From the other drawer. So let's grab you. Okay, so we've got, there we go. So this is Brighton Beach Hut self-striping from West Green Loft Yarns. Again, that was the Mini Eggs colourway from Dragon Hill Studio. These were the Friendship Link socks in a Lay Family yarn, but I can't remember what colourway that is. This was Something Romance self-striping from Giddy Yarns. It's a beautiful colourway, that one. Oh, and the pattern was Just My Own I did, what did I do? A yarn over, knit 2 together, I think, on each pattern change. But that was just my own pattern. These are my amusing socks. So I knit these in France. I can't remember, again, this is going to be the same dyer as those other socks. I can't remember whose they are. I do, however, remember knitting them in France. I didn't have a contrasting colour to go with these, so I just finished knitting these socks and put those as the contrast in, and these are my first ever afterthought heel socks. Not a fan of the fit. I prefer a heel flap and gusset, but I'll wear them. It's not like I won't wear them. Looks like I've got some odd sockies left here, which is slightly concerning because obviously they're not in the other sock drawer. I'll go through the odd socks in a minute. That is that one. These are, I think, the Beth socks by Laura, who's the Lonely Knitter. They're really pretty. And the yarn is also hers, and it's either Dilly Dilly or Victoriana, one of the two. They're a pair. And these, I think, oh, I think these are the Beth socks. I don't know what socks those are then. And this is her other colourway, so this is either Dilly Dilly or is this, I can't remember. Sorry Laura, I can't remember the name of that one. It's whatever the other one was. I'm fairly certain I helped name them. Right, so we've got left over, that is a Rainbow's Chronicle, so there should be another one of that somewhere. That I'm not surprised, it's a really old sock, so same with that one. Oh look, there's the other one. Aha! That is a Sherry Iris, and I am quite sad that that's not, it's got a sparkle in it, hasn't got its pair, so I don't know where that one is. So I've got 3. I'm really surprised that I'm fairly certain I wore that the other day, so I think that might just be in something. It's probably in a pillowcase or something, but I'm a bit sad that this has lost its pair, because obviously that's the Indie dyed one. It's a Sherry Iris, and I've not worn them for a while, so it might turn up at some point, but not right now. Okay, right, I'm going to pop them back in that drawer. My camera battery's about to die. Let's see if it'll let us do this first. I'm just going to turn you off for a minute because I need to get them closer. I'm just watching this back in editing. I guess my next stage is to swap out and have a drawer of commercial socks and a drawer of indie dyed socks, and I guess at that point, once they're all full, I have to stop knitting myself socks. I mean, there are a few there that have faded. So the one at the top there, next to this, the multi-striped one, which is an underground pair of socks, the green one that I couldn't remember, that's called Green Tea maybe, and the other one, they're both Twisted Limone. I've looked them up since then, and they have so faded when I look at the pictures on my Ravelry page as to how much or what they were. The difference in colour is insane. So maybe I'll just pension off some of the ones that have really faded. It's sad though. I perhaps need to rethink how I'm washing my socks. well, I hope you enjoyed that. That's a good job done. I've done most of my upstairs jobs. I just need to grab the duvet off of the bed, which the cats are really going to not thank me for. But as it's their fault, I need to grab the duvet off the bed because they made it a mess. They're going to have to suck it up, aren't they? Bless their little cotton socks. Trying to do that job really quickly. I failed. Right, so duvet off the bedtime, and then I'm going downstairs. Smile for your sister. I don't know if she's watching this time round. Hayley, if you're watching, leave a comment.
You got 200 subscribers at
That was a jump.
Well, I don't know. It was like...